Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to December. It's cold, the fish are cold, what you gonna throw? December is that time of year when fish can be anywhere and everywhere. You're going to find them shallow, you're going to find them deep. Deep doesn't mean that they're in Davy Jones' locker. Deep could be 20 feet suspended out over the abyss of 100 feet. Those fish are horrible to deal with. Let's start off with the shallower ones. Good old-fashioned spinnerbait. You really can't go wrong with it. You can fish it high, you can fish it low, you can fish it fast, you can fish it slow, depending on the weight of it and your retrieve. Fish this time of year are pretty much going to be bait oriented. You want something with some bling on it, something that's more of a bait color, a little flash, a little vibration. You can cover a lot of water. You can move down the bank with this, covering water. You can move down riprap around structure, speed it up, slow it down. Your fish will let you know what they want, and I couldn't tell you what temperature your lake is. You got to determine that on your own. Can't sit here and tell you all that. Another one for the same area, get your little crankbait of your choice. Square bill, medium runner, run down the bank. They may want it fast, they may want it slow. That's up to you to determine. After you get you one or two bites, you probably figure it out. You may try speed cranking. Burn pause, just erratic. They get to trailing along a lot of times. Fish follow your bait, you didn't know it. You start burning this thing and pause it. If they're back here trailing and it stops real quick, they'll hit it. They really don't have a choice at that point. Keep that in mind. Although water temperatures get cold and fish are cold-blooded creatures, their metabolism does slow down. That doesn't mean they're not going to move. They may not go as far to chase down a bait. Their natural instincts are to conserve energy. It's cold. They can't move super fast. They're going to look for warm places. That warm place could be a little ditch with deeper water in it. Maybe that water's warmer down there than the surface water. The sun could heat the surface up and they move to the surface. There could be some riprap or a big old rock bluff wall the sun beams down on. It gets warm. They're going to go there. It's up to you to go find these places and exploit that. Let's move on to the next bait. This time of year when the water gets cool, a lot of people are going to start preaching the old jerkbait. Nothing wrong with a jerkbait. I love them. You can throw them any time of the year. Don't let people talk you into it's only a one time of the year bait. That's not true. How about downscaling them? These two are the same. Same brand, same color. They're both Strike King. I think it's Crystal Shad. This was small. This was bigger. They make one that's actually bigger than that. But remember, bait oriented. What size are the bait that your fish are chasing? Either one of these could work. You may have to scale down your equipment to throw this one. It's kind of up to you. Jerk baits are awesome. You can fish them just about anywhere, around cover, over deep water, wherever. Suspended fish are the hardest to catch. Suspended fish suck. They get out there and literally go into an inactive stupor. They're just sitting there. They're not doing anything. I've literally had an underspin come through a school of fish and hit them. I felt it bump through them. The fish are in 20 feet of water, 15, 20 feet of water roughly, and they're over 30, 40 feet of water, and there's not a piece of structure anywhere. So I didn't hit anything with a bait but a fish. It's insane. When they get inactive like that, it is almost impossible to catch them. Alright, let's move on to last but not least, and let's get to the bottom of things. Literally. You can never go wrong throwing an old jig. Tried and true. You can downsize your jig, upsize it. If you want a lot of action, put your curly trailer on it. If you don't, put you a straight like beaver style bait trailer on it, and you'll get a little bit less action out of it. Pick your color according to your water clarity. You're never wrong with a green pumpkin to start with, or a black and blue. Remember, green pumpkin will always get you something, and black and blue is always true. Those little sayings, however funny they may be, there's a lot of spit to those. You can take this jig and you can fish it slow. You can fish it in all, same as a spinnerbait. Fish it high and fish it low. Fish it fast, fish it slow. That's up to you to determine how your fish want it. You can throw it up on a bluff wall and bounce it down through the rocks. And slowly but surely it's going to resemble some sort of critter that's just going about its daily routine. That's an easy meal for a fish if it comes within their comfortable striking distance and they go after it. You can fish it on the bottom. I have had literal days where if I was dragging this jig and hopped it, however slow or however fast, fish totally not interested. If this thing left the ground and went back down, nothing. I put the rod tip down right above the water and started a sweeping. I would sweep it a few feet and literally let it just sit there. Kept a little tension on the line. Pow! You'd feel them pick it up. They would thump it. I learned a lot that day. I learned a lot about paying attention. Are you hopping that thing? Or you hear a lot of people preach about maintain bottom contact. That was a very important key factor that particular day. Last but not least, for your bottom contact bait, get your little Ned head, put your worm on there. You can get the little short netty worms. You can put your long worm on there. I would go in between. This is a Missile Baits quiver. It's just a little short worm. It's got a little action to it. You could pinch that off if you want. This color right here is an excellent color in clear water. It's a natural color. It's green with kind of a bluey color, blue flashy color almost. I got another video about that, how important green and blue flash get you bit anywhere just about. Very natural color. Pick the size of head that's appropriate. If you're in current, I've been up in the Tennessee River. If you're in current, you're going to have to use a bigger head. Sorry. You got to get it down there or else it just flows. You know, if you're in no current, you can get away, use what you can get away with as far as your weight. Good honorable mention. This time of year, the whole bait oriented thing, get you a little swim bait. This right here and the jerk bait are probably going to be your two most productive lures during this time. You can swim this very slow anywhere in the water column, above fish. You can swim it down in ditches. If you're in highland reservoirs where there's not a lot of structure and it's just all terrain for the most part, your fish are going to be in the ditches when it gets cold. And that doesn't mean they're going to be in a 50-foot ditch. The ditch could be 15 feet, and that's as deep as the ditch gets, and it comes up and there's a little ledge at 6 or 8 foot. That's where they're going to be. They'll either be in it, skirting the rim of it, or up on the flat feeding or sunning. Kind of narrows it down. You can swim this slowly through the water column till you find them, or you can actually let it hit the bottom. let it scurry along the bottom, just very slow roll it back. You should know within a few casts, goofing around in a cove a little bit, even if you don't have forward facing sonar, recon cast. Throw it up shallow, work it back, see what you get. Work your way down. If you do have forward facing sonar, really all that does is just eliminate time. You're going to find, hey, all these fish are down low. They don't make their own bite. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a subscribe, some likes, make some comments down below. Don't forget to take a kid or a family member fishing. Be safe on the water. And we'll catch you next time. Now get your butt off the couch. Why are you watching TV on a beautiful day? Go fish.